Hi guys! Welcome to my class. Our topic for today is about measures of variation. But before we proceed, let me tell you about Baba Zayed. When Sheikh Zayed became president of the UAE in 1971, one of his first actions was to guarantee that his children would live securely, happily, and comfortably forever. Look at the UAE before. Sheikh Zayed knows the difficulty of his people. He is concerned about the economic and social situation of everybody here. And this is why he took ingenuity and leads to develop the social, economic, and physical situations of all the people living here in the UAE. His commitment to the Emiratis was incomparable. He continued to offer all they could ever need, as a father would do to his children. That is why all the people call him Baba Zayed. When some people ask him if he is bothered that his action may cause his people to become too dependent on him, do you know what his reply? He told them, "My wealth is for my children." Look at the UAE now. From free housing and education to subsidized even food, Sheikh Zayed built this nation into a prosperous state. Under the leadership of Sheikh Zayed, this inspires all the people and everybody that surrounds him. That is why the UAE experienced exponential growth. Being a good father and the best leader, Sheikh Zayed continued to revive the new generation by setting an example of going for challenging goals. You see guys, Sheikh Zayed did not stop to achieve what he wants so that his children will live comfortably ever. What's interesting is the current leaders of the UAE is also the same as him. I do hope you are inspired again by our UAE leaders. Now, our objective for today is to find the measures of variation, to find the outliers, and to analyze data. So that you will understand well the lesson, in the measure of variations, we are going to use quartiles, first and third quartiles, interquartile range, and range. The quartiles are the values that divide the data set into 4 equal parts. The first and third quartiles are the medians of the data values less than the median and the data values greater than the median respectively. The interquartile range is the distance between the first and the third quartiles of the data set. And the range is the difference between the greatest and the least data values. I will show you how to find the measures of variation for the given set of data. If the numbers or the data are given like this, what are you going to do? I want you to arrange the numbers from least to greatest. Then we are going to cut out the numbers from both sides starting from the outside. You will cut out all the numbers from both sides starting from the outside until you get into the middle number. And the middle number here is 25. That is the median. You can also identify right away the minimum and the maximum number. But remember, arrange the numbers from least to greatest. The range is the highest minus the lowest number. So 70 minus 8 is equal to 62. 62 is the range. The number between the minimum and the median is the first quartile. In this case, we have 2 numbers, so we are going to add it and divide it by 2. 23 plus 25 divided by 2 is equal to 24. That is the first quartile. The number between the median and the maximum is the third quartile. And in this case, we have 2 numbers also. We are going to add 30 plus 50 divided by 2. It will give us 40. So the first quartile is 24 and the third quartile is 40. The interquartile range is the third quartile minus the first quartile. So 40 minus 24 is equal to 16. 16 is the interquartile range. Let us solve this problem. Salma's score in her 8 subjects was shown on the table. Find the measures of variations. We have 8 numbers here. What are we going to do? We are going to arrange the numbers from least to greatest. We can find out right away which one is the minimum and the maximum number. So 75 is the minimum and 98 is the maximum. We can right away solve for the range. The highest minus the lowest number. So 98 minus 75, the range is 23. We can start to cut out all the numbers from both sides starting from the outside, and we can come up with a middle number, which is 91 and 92. So 91 plus 92 divided by 2, it will give us 91.5. The median is 91.5. To get the first quartile, we are going to get the middle number between the minimum and the median. And in this case, it is 89 and 90. So we are going to add this and divide it by 2. 89 plus 90 divided by 2, it will give us 89.5. That is the first quartile. The third quartile, it is the number between the median and the maximum. And in this case, it is 2 number again. It is 94 plus 97 divided by 2. It will give us 95.5. So the third quartile is 95.5. To get the interquartile range, it is the third quartile minus the first quartile. Therefore, 95.5 minus 89.5, it will give us 6. 6 is the interquartile range. To get the outlier, it is the number that is very far from the set of numbers which are closer to each other. So, in this case, 75 is the outlier. What about this problem? The line plot shows the number of students having pets at home. Find the measures of variation. What are we going to do? We are going to arrange the numbers from least to greatest. So, we can find out right away which is the minimum and the maximum. And we can solve for the range. The range is 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. Then, we can start to cut out all the numbers from both sides starting from the outside until we get into the middle number, which is 5. 5 is the median. And from minimum to median, we can get the middle number, which is the first quartile. From the median up to the maximum, we can get the middle number, which is the third quartile. Therefore, the first quartile is 3 and the third quartile is 6. To get the interquartile range, we're going to subtract the first quartile from the third quartile. Therefore, 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. 3 is the interquartile range. And to find outlier, it is 9 in this case, because 9 is very far from the set of data which are close to each other. You can see it from the line plot. I want you to remember the quartiles, the first and third quartiles, interquartile range, and the range. The quartiles are the values that divide the data set into 4 equal parts. The first and third quartile are the median of the data values less than the median and the data values greater than the median respectively. The interquartile range is the distance between the first and third quartile, while the range is the difference between the greatest and the least data values. Remember that? To remind you guys, whenever you are given any data, line plot, or table, I want you to arrange the numbers given from least to greatest. And from least to greatest, you can find right away the minimum and the maximum. Subtract the maximum from the minimum, you can get the range. Then, you can cut out all the numbers from both sides starting from the outside until you arrive in the middle number, which is the median. The middle number between the minimum and the median is the first quartile. And the middle number between the median and the maximum is the third quartile. If there are two numbers, just add it and divide it by 2 and you can get the first quartile and the third quartile. The interquartile range is the first quartile subtracted from the third quartile. Okay? The outlier is the number that is very far from the set of numbers that are close to each other. As you can see from the line plot, 9 is the outlier. As I am always telling you guys, I will never stop reminding you what Sheikh Zayed wrote for us. Education is like a lantern which lights your way in a dark alley. Whenever you are confused on some part of the lesson, I want you to go back. Light up your way, watch it again, step by step, closely, carefully, and slowly. And I know you will get it. Math will always be easy for those who are studying. Try to discover your undefined smartness. Score high in math. Okay, guys? Good luck! God bless!